Yo guys, what's going on? Lifeofrio here, and I really had a really good time playing Ember here because I just haven't really used Ember on my channel a lot. And the thing about it is that people are always asking how is Ember in really long runs. Now I'm going to give you guys the positives and the negatives of being Ember, especially in this run and versus Corpus, and then also show you guys a build a little bit later in the video. Now the thing is with this one is that her Firequake augment should always be on at all times. I just don't even think that there is even real builds anymore without using that augment for it if you're doing a long run. And just in general, it just creates so much CC for her, so much survivability. It give her windows of opportunity to actually make plays for the team and things like that. So in my book, my personal opinion, I feel like that mod is a necessity for Ember, for any Ember build that you're trying to do, basically, unless you're just doing a quick build to just run around and do an exterminate. Now, how does Ember work up against Corpus? She is actually not really good against Corpus, especially for long run, because you know they cancel out her moves and everything else like that. It's a really tough time for her. Nullifiers are bad for her. They protect against her World on Fire. And drones. The drones in here is the biggest weakness for me. A lot of times throughout this run, I was having completely just like the worst time of my life dealing with drones. Drones are just a pain because none of my abilities affect them. My Accelerant doesn't stun them. They just shoot me through Accelerant. And my fourth ability, which is World on Fire, doesn't affect them at all. So that is one super huge weakness, one big negative for Ember right there, because drones start doing the most damage completely in the entire run next to Corpus Techs. So that's a really tough time right there for Ember, and that's just one thing that I wanted to point out. Also, the other thing about this is that when I use Ember, I never go max range ever. Base power strength is where I like to stay because that's a personalized way of me using my build. Now the reason for not using max strength, I wanted to touch on this a little bit more, is because max strength actually slows down the spawn, because your World on Fire Firequake is going to knock the enemies down for at least 2.5 seconds. Once the enemies are knocked down and they get back up, they get knocked right back down again. So outside of the spawn radius, enemies are going to be continuously getting knocked down, which is going to slow down your spawns, which is then going to slow down your life support. So you don't want your fourth ability to go out too far. Your fourth ability should just go a little bit further than the enemy's aggro meter, which the aggro meter for the enemies, I would say range should be a better word for it than meter, is because once the enemies see you, the aggro for the enemies, which for Corpus Techs is the same as heavy gunners, which is 18 meters. So once they see you at 18 meters, once you're hitting 18 meters and above, you're completely fine. So you're good on that note. You just don't want to go too far to lock the enemies down before they even get to you. And it's the same way of building slow Nova. You don't want them too slow. So that's how I play to really keep up the consistency. So we really did a good job with upholding life support. It did fantastic, and I was really surprised on how well it was going, because Ember actually helped out a lot. She really created the CC for quick instances. Keep up your 2 as much as possible is what you're going to be doing. And as I pointed out, you need some of the strongest weapon in your arsenals to really keep up kills with her. She's going to be getting small amount of kills starting out early, which is going to push her ahead in the killing spree. So that's going to be one good thing. And so her getting the smaller kills really quick is going to keep up life support as well, because it's going to increase chances of getting life support. So that's one good thing to really pay attention to whenever you're playing Ember, and things to look out for. Now this is a 2-form build, and I actually use quick thinking a lot on Ember. Now if you ever wanted to switch it out, you can, but quick thinking really helps with Firequake, because Firequake is going to knock them off their feet whenever you get in a bad situation, which is going to give you time to go ahead and drop a health plate or whatever it is that you need to do. So Firequake really helped with this a lot. And it's just overall, this is just the build that I always run. I always stay base power strength, never need any more than base, and this is just the general consensus of the build. Overall, I'm focusing on Firequake is the #1 priority, and then if I'm not using Firequake, then I'm going to be using her too. Overall, all in all, it was a really good run, really fun. Ember actually did a great job. Most of the time you would probably think that most of the kills was by my Zenny. The Zenny was just actually there for distraction, which was for CC purposes, which I was rocking radiation on just to give Ember some extra line of survivability while being able to kill at the same time. So what I was doing was, Ember already had the CC, so I was going with a stronger form of CC that can deal with the nullifiers as well to really help it out. We got some really great drops on this as well. So it was fun overall. Really do hope that you guys enjoy the build. Let me know what you're rocking on your Ember, what build build do you guys basically use? The power strength build tend to not go as far with Ember because it really brings a hold to you when you start getting up into the higher levels. Now, the other thing about this that I wanted to point out is that as far as being a DPS frame, she holds up somewhat. A lot of these kills, I'm not going to lie to you guys, she kills really early. She kills really early, but later on, in order to get those kills, you got to have really OP weapons. I'm not going to lie to you. We all know Ember needs those really powerful weapons because she's not a frame that scales. Even her CC doesn't scale because there's enemies to where you start messing with those Eximus and they start ignoring Firequake at certain times. So overall, Ember is a really good frame. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to follow me on Discord. My Twitch, guys, is Lifeofrio. Please follow me over on Twitch. We're going to be having a good time over there, always streaming and everything else like that. My Twitter is Lifeofrio as well. Link to the Discord is in the description. I really do appreciate all of the support that you guys have been giving me, and it means a lot to me. So let me know in the comment section what is the next frame that you guys want to see a long run with. I'm actually updating all the builds on my channel, so that's awesome. So thank you guys for everything. Like I've said, have an amazing day, and thank you so much.